What inspired you to become a firefighter? So what inspired me to become a firefighter? Now this answer is probably going to be maybe not what you was expecting, to be fair. So yes people, welcome back to the channel. My name's Cameron. I'm currently a firefighter here in the UK if you don't know already. If you are new to the channel then welcome. On this channel we talk about the fire service, my advice, my tips, kind of things to help you guys get into the fire service, because it's always what I wish I had when I was applying. I've been a firefighter now for coming up to 2 years, and I only started this channel probably about 6 months ago now. If you haven't already, please watch my previous video where I talk about the traumatic incidents that we attend as firefighters. Also in this video I touch on my new newsletter where you can sign up for that, get exclusive content from myself, kind of tips, tricks, straight directly to your email. It's completely free as well. A lot of guys think you have to pay for this kind of stuff, but no, it's completely free. You can sign up to my newsletter by using the link in the description. That will take you to my landing page where you can just put your email address in and away you go.
Guys, it is very important, and when you do sign up to my newsletter, to check your inbox. It may be in your junk folder, but this is a second email which you have to confirm your subscription. If you do not do this, you will not be part of my email list, and therefore you won't be able to get everything that I send to you guys now and in the future. I've had about 15 to 20 people already click the link and sign up to the newsletter, but they haven't actually gone to their inbox after to confirm their subscription. So those people, if you're watching this and you haven't received an email yet from myself, then you're probably one of those people, is what I'm trying to say. So make sure you go back through your emails, as I say, maybe in your junk, and just double check and confirm that email. Enjoy the rest of the video.
I'm going to be shortly making a video on the newsletter in more detail and to put it on my YouTube channel, so make sure that you subscribe definitely so you don't miss that video and you know exactly what to expect from a newsletter. As some people it might not even be worth subscribing for some of you, but some of you might find tons of value, because as you're probably aware, I'm a bit like yourself. Just because I'm a firefighter doesn't mean I don't have other interests and do other things, and I do think a lot of the other things that I do can help a lot of my subscribers and followers who watch my content day in, day out, week in, week out. However, as you can see from the title, in today's video we're going into a little Q&A. These are questions that I've asked those that follow me on my Instagram. If you haven't already, the link for that is in the description. I've got all the questions here on my phone, so I'm going to go through it, pick out the best ones, and yeah, hopefully it will be a good video. First question I've got here, and I'm not going to read out the names because I've told people in my story that I'll keep it anonymous, so just for your sake I won't read out your name, but you'll know it's your question if you've asked it. When you first started, was it difficult dealing with real casualties / fatalities? Now, this is a very good question, and it's also a question that I did answer in my last video, so I'm not going to answer this straight away, but if you want to know the answer to that question, watch my last video and I go over that in a lot more detail, because as you know, as firefighters we deal with kind of real life situations obviously. So fatalities, if you don't know what fatality is, it's basically like death. So we deal with fatalities, kind of accidents, traumatic scenarios definitely, and it's a lot different obviously training, because when you get on station it's real life. So I just want to say, if you're watching this and you can hear like birds or cars or even aeroplanes, I'm recording this in my garage, but you've got to make do with what you've got, ain't you? So let's carry on. Okay, so question number 2. Now this is a good question. Are you told you're 4 days on, 4 days off, or can you ask for special days off the week? So I presume you mean like, can you ask for, I don't know, a Friday off in the week? Now, when you get your rota, especially for the brigade I work for, we work on a 4 on 4 off basis. Now this is from January to January, so it's every year. So at the start of January, I will know my shifts throughout the whole year. So it's literally like a 4 on 4 on rolling basis. I'll leave a picture here of the shift app that I use, so we kind of give you a bit more, like a bit more of a realistic image of how it actually works. However, we obviously do get annual leave, so you can choose if it's suitable between you and your watch members when your annual leave is. We also get things called PLs, which are kind of like just days off, so you can request the PL, and whether your line manager authorises it or not is down to them and their staffing. But if you've got like a Friday off in a couple of weeks that you need off, you can potentially put the PL in for that, or you can even do a shift swap with someone else from a different station, or you can for the brigade I work for anyway. I hope that answers your question, mate. Thank you, it was a good question. Now, next question here, I can see it starts with sounds silly, but there's no such thing as a silly question. So, sounds silly, however, where do you put your phone, etc. when entering a building in BA? So if you that don't know what BA is, that's obviously where we put our BA sets on with the masks on. So I presume this person here is talking about kind of when we go into a house fire, for example. Now, I leave my phone on the truck when I go into a BA incident, as You suppose you can put it in your pocket, but you don't know the heat and you don't know what you're going to be exposed to in the building. Your phone could obviously fall out of your pocket. I always keep my phone on the truck, on the appliance, or sometimes I even leave it at station. Okay, next question now. Is it easy to transfer to another station when you are a firefighter? Now, as always, I'm only talking from the brigade that I work for and what I've kind of experienced, but you are allowed to put your transfer in. Therefore, you can put your transfer in. However, the problem with it is if you want to go to a station, say, which is closer to your home, your transfer isn't kind of a priority as such. It depends who else is on the list. It depends how long people have been on the list. I know people that have been on the transfer list for over 5 years and still haven't got them moving, because it just depends on wherever station you want to go, whether there's a free available spot or maybe someone's retiring or someone's leaving. But you'll find that now a lot of the stations which have got kind of are down on people will often get a new recruit, so they'll get someone from training school that will go and fit into that station. But no, it's definitely possible to transfer if you want to go. A lot of people do it obviously because they want to get closer to home. Some people do it just because they want to switch and like a new environment, a new kind of part of the country, different experiences. Some people may be doing it because they want to develop and kind of progress, and to get promotion they have to do a temporary at another station because that's where the position is. So there's lots of reasons why people put transfers in. But no, good question, and thank you for the question. So next question we've got, how did you find the initial process of joining the fire service, i.e. online test? So I think this question is good, and my experience will help a lot of you guys watching this, because a lot of you watching this are doing the online test. You're not necessarily in the training or in the 8-week development program, for example. You're actually applying online and you're doing the tests that the brigade will send to your email, for example. Now, I actually found the online tests really difficult and struggled with them quite a lot, to be fair. I talk about this in one of my first ever videos, which is how to become a firefighter. I'll link it here. This is my most viewed video. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you watch it. In this video, I mainly discuss kind of my experience with how to become a firefighter, and in that video I talk about the online tests and kind of what I struggled with and what I failed in, because if you don't know already, I actually failed twice before getting into the fire service. I got in on the 3rd attempt. So yeah, the online tests definitely aren't easy for me personally. They may be for you, but I think for a lot of people, and a lot of messages I've been getting, is that's the bit that a lot of people struggle on. I specifically struggled on the mechanical reasoning tests. That was kind of my biggest weak area, and when I remember doing it for the 3rd time, and even when I was doing it for the 3rd time, I was thinking in the back of my head, like, there's no way I've passed this, or I've kind of done this properly, because it was just so hard, and I just thought, oh crap, like, have I even done it? Am I going to fail again? But luckily, your boy's here and he got through that part. Now, next question is something a little bit different to the fire service, which is acceptable, because I did say on my Instagram that it doesn't have to be fire service related, so that's fair enough. And this person asks, what is your favourite day in the gym? Now, it used to actually be back. I used to love doing back days and stuff, back and buys. But if I'm honest, lately it's been chest. Now, that's not to say I don't like back days. I do still like back days, and I just love chest days a bit more, I suppose. But every day in the gym's good for me. Like, I just love going to the gym. Probably as a lot of you that are watching this do as well. I love going, getting a pump. It makes you feel better. It's good for your mental health as well. I suppose there is no real downsides to going to the gym. Like, that's when I look at it. Sometimes I don't really want to go, and like I'm sitting in my room procrastinating about going. But that's when you've got to kind of pick yourself up and go, like, it's not. I've seen something and it's like, you don't have to go to the gym. You get to go to the gym. And like, it puts into perspective when you see these people, for example, who are perhaps disabled and they haven't got the ability to go to the gym or do what you can do. So it's almost a privilege to be able to go to the gym and kind of work out and get the good feelings from working out, and then the post-workout, how you feel on top of the world, you've got more energy. So yeah, I definitely recommend, if you don't already, get to the gym. And if you're interested in how I used to prepare the best way physically for my fitness test as a firefighter, I talk about that in a video here. And there's also something very special that I use, and if you don't know already, it's the weighted vest. In this video I'll talk about the importance of the weighted vest. I will leave a link in the description to anybody who wants to buy the weighted vest. It's perfect, from Amazon as well. It's perfect if you want to improve your firefighter fitness and kind of get used to carrying heavy gear out on your back, because as you know, as firefighters we carry lots of heavy stuff. Our kit isn't the lightest either, so we have that. So this weighted vest was an absolute game changer for me, and I've had a lot of people buy it already, which is very good. and I've had a lot of good feedback. So yeah, definitely get a weighted vest if you haven't already. Next question is, what advice would you give to someone who is thinking about joining the fire service? My advice to you that wants to be a firefighter who's thinking about joining is watch all my videos. It's as simple as that. Now I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking. Actually watch my videos, but my real advice to someone that wants to be a firefighter is my advice is just go for it. It's a great kind of job. I enjoy going to work. Every day is different, especially. I would never tell anybody to not join the fire service as such. If it's something that you want to do particular, then just do it. I'm not here to tell you to join or not to join, but if you haven't already, on a serious note, watch all my videos. It will give you a better kind of understanding of the fire service and kind of what to expect. There's not, from what I've seen, any UK firefighters doing this, so you'll struggle to find any other information on YouTube, especially in the detail that I talk about it in. And because I'm someone that was in your position not long ago, it's more relatable, isn't it? Like, I find that a lot of you guys that watch this get more relation to my experience rather than looking on the website, for example, because this is like real life, this is like real interaction. So hopefully that's answered your question. Thanks for the question. Next question, which I've just read, is what inspired you to become a firefighter? So what inspired me to become a firefighter? Now this answer is probably going to be maybe not what you was expecting, to be fair. So I decided to become a firefighter just because I seen my friends were kind of getting careers as such. A few were in the police force and things like that. One of them was like an electrician, for example, getting these kind of lifelong careers. And I kind of just sat down with myself and thought, what career would I want, which I think would best suit me? Because probably like a lot of you guys as well, is like you don't really know what you want to do with your life. You're still young, you don't know. The decisions you make now could be what happens for the rest of your life, and it's a big decision. So I was very confused. I didn't want to be in an office. I kind of didn't want to work Monday to Friday. The thought of kind of waking up every day, same time, going home at the same time. I like the idea of shift work and like having days off in the week, especially. I didn't mind working weekends. I wanted like a practical job. I was into my fitness, so I kind of wanted a physical job. So yeah, I just thought firefighters, like no one I knew was a firefighter. I hadn't really heard of anyone in the fire service. So I just applied online, and then that's where it all started. I think a lot of you were probably expecting me to say that like it was a dream to be a firefighter, for example, or I've always wanted to be a firefighter growing up, and that's not really the case, and it doesn't have to be the case for everybody. Like some people, yeah, they love it, they want it, it's their dream, but for me, it's just a career, like it's just a job. But no, good question, and thank you. It's good for me to talk about kind of a bit more about me and about my personal background and kind of my ideas of becoming a firefighter, because you guys probably just look at me and think that he wanted to be a firefighter, it's his dream, he loves it, etc, etc. But yeah guys, that's going to be all the questions for today. There's a few more that I could have went through, but I don't want to make the video too long for you because you'll probably get bored halfway through it. But if you've made it this far through, then I appreciate you, I appreciate your time. If you haven't already, please sign up to my newsletter. The link for that will be in the description. Please subscribe to the channel. Also like the video, comment anything that you want to ask me, any questions, any videos that you want to see in the future, any of your thoughts, for example. I always do my best to get back to everybody in the comments, so if you've got a good question or you want to talk to me about something, then comment below. If it's something you want to talk to me privately about, DM me on Instagram and I'll reply to my Instagram DMs as well. I'm really excited for like the future of this channel and kind of where we can take the newsletter and stuff. So if you're on board with that, then that's excellent. That's how I know that you guys are really supporting like the journey of myself, which is kind of something I'd never imagined anybody to be on board with. But let's do it, man. Let's make this journey a good one. A lot of you guys already on the newsletter have been here from the start, which is kind of incredible. Like, to see some of you guys still here that were supporting me kind of 6 months ago is like incredible to see. I hope you've enjoyed this Q&A video. It's the first kind of video I've done on my channel, which is more personal and more kind of me just talking to you guys about maybe personal situations in my own life. So yeah, hopefully we can carry on and do more of these kind of videos if you like them, that is. My name's Cameron, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.